In the world of baking, there is a lie. The lie is that baking is gentle, that it is all about butter, sugar, and smiling. Look at this guy. That's me. After the 18th hour, I have third-degree burns from caramel. I have sprayed myself with red food paint. And I have just been told to do the cheese crust of the Schweiz Rollo for the third time. I decided to find out what really happens in case Movesh to Krusda. So I did something stupid. Well, maybe not stupid when you watch this video up to the end. I asked them to let me work a full 24-hour shift, and they said yes. But they warned me, this isn't a bakery, this is a factory, and the tasks are not full of glamour. I have 24 hours to fill pastries, caramelize sugar, spray chocolate raspberries, cut pogacsa, and make ice cream from the scratch. If I survive, I get to see my work served at the Saz Éves Cukrászda. If I fail, well, I don't want to think about it.
My father is a pastry chef. He had a chance to open a pastry shop, and then he got this dream to become a well-known pastry chef.
Case Movesh Cukrászda is the engine behind Saz Éves Cukrászda, the 180-year-old cafe here in Gyula. Every cake, every pastry, every dessert in that historic building starts here. But the factory itself is not full of glamour. It is still speed and repetition. And today, I'm the most amateur person in this team. Now, the rules are simple. Rule 1, no seating for 24 hours. Rule 2, keep up. If I slow the line, the video ends immediately. Rule 3, do exactly what I'm told. No shortcuts. There's a reputation to be preserved in this one. The head baker said to me, "You will break. Everyone breaks. But have it in mind, the ovens have no sympathy." Here are my tasks. Fill the Schweiz Rollo pastry with cream. Coat the edges with cheese. Make a dobush caramel top from the scratch. Just the caramel, not the cake itself. That's going to be challenging. Coat frozen realistic raspberry pastries with white chocolate and cocoa butter. Spray them red. Cut pogacsa from ready-made churros dough. Sprinkle cheese on top and bake them. And then go downstairs to the ice cream factory and make 2 flavors, caramelized pistachio and caramel.
So this is my first task. I'm meant to fill up the shumlui with the cream and the cheese. It seems that they gave me the easy part right now, but I'm sure they have some very challenging tasks for me much later. But anyway, I'm going to do this now, and I'm looking forward to much bigger challenges in this factory.
Now, the Schweiz Rollo is a pastry tube that needs to be filled with cream and then edged with cheese. Thousands of them. Now, that sounds like too much pressure, apparently. Now, the cream goes inside the pastry, not on the table, not on your hands. Make sure it goes inside. You take a handful of shredded cheese and you press it onto the cream that sticks out of the edges of the pastry. Now, we need to make sure that it is even. If it is lopsided, the pastry looks like a disaster. Now, this is the first time that I'm doing this, and I have cheese in my shoes. How in the world did I get cheese in my shoes? I have filled 100 Schweiz Rollo pastries. Rolly picked one of the pastries. He looked at it and he set it down on the tray. At this point, I'm very worried. But to my greatest surprise, Rolly said, "Acceptable." That's the nicest thing he has said to me all day. Now, this is the first success in this whole video, and now the pastries are ready to be served to the customers. I have a new task, the dobush caramel top. This is going to be really challenging. I did not make the cake underneath. That was done by someone many hours ago who actually knows what they are doing. My job is the caramel, just caramel, and trust me, caramel is terrifying. No water, no corn syrup, just sugar and heat. This is dry caramel. It's the most unforgiving thing you can ever make in the kitchen. The head baker said to me, "Do not stir, you swirl." Stirring creates crystals, and crystals ruin the caramel. 170 degrees Celsius, that's the number. Too low and the caramel is soft and sticky. Too high and it's burnt and bitter. You have about 10 minutes of a perfect window. At least, that's what I thought. So I messed this up. The sugar became dark, and we need to do it again.
Nudge on his Oscar.
Apparently, we need to watch it closely with our eyes and we need to feel it. Look at that. That is perfect caramel, and I did that. Now I have to cut it and place it on the cake before it hardens completely. Okay, so the caramelization of the top of the dough bush is done, and it wasn't an easy task, but I'm glad that in the second try, my pastry chef said I did it perfectly, and I'm super excited about it. I mean, just take a look at this. I did this in the second try. Wow. If it hardens, it shatters. If it's too soft, it stretches and it tears. I cannot believe that actually worked. My next task is the frozen realistic raspberry pastries. They're already shaped and they are frozen solid. My job is to coat them in white chocolate, cocoa butter, and red food paint. Then I spray them red and fill them. And now the spray. It's important to spray it evenly. Oh my goodness, it looks like a raspberry that's got sunburned. At some point, I sprayed myself in the face. I'm not going to show you the video, but I looked like I lost a fight with a raspberry. After what looked like ages of coating and spraying, the raspberries are ready and we put them into the fridge. Look at this. They're really beautiful, but a lot of work was put into this.
What we find very important is also that we use only the best quality ingredients. I would highlight that we also have the traditional desserts and modern French style desserts, so I would say that this is some kind of a fusion of the vintage and the modern style. And we also have some of our own created desserts, for example the DCJ stílus gyakorlat, which was selected for the national cake in 2025 in Hungary, and this is an achievement we are very proud of.
My next task is the pogacsa. These are Hungarian cheese cones. The dough is already made, thank God for that. My job is to roll it in the machine. Now to make the cheese stick to the dough, it's important to coat the dough with some eggs. Sprinkle cheese on top and then roll it slightly. More cheese. Always more cheese. Afterwards, I cut them with a pogacsa shaper. The pogacsa shaper is a metal ring with a scalloped edge. You press it into the dough, twist, lift, perfect circle. After cutting, the pogacsa has to rest. The Turkish pogacsa has been formed and now we put it in the rack for it to rest and rise for about 20 minutes. The gluten relaxes, the cheese settles, then they go into the oven. Oh, it's so hot. Laszlo told me that I should come and do something. He has a task for me. So I came over here and I was like, okay, what am I doing next? Because I was still doing the pogacsa and I was like a little bit confused what I'm going to do next. He said I should press the button. I pressed the button and to my greatest surprise, as you can see, I got Michael's menu right here in Kismovish. Wow, it looks beautiful. And this is cut out of real chocolate. It's a pleasant surprise. Köszönöm szépen. 12 minutes and the smell fills the entire factory. Butter, cheese, bread. It's the absolute best smell of my entire shift. Okay, this is worth the 24 hours. This is worth everything. Before I go downstairs to make some ice cream from scratch, I go upstairs to get a tour of the chocolate factory. Now, Kismovish does not just make pastries. They make chocolates, real chocolate. This right here is where the chocolate is made. Welcome to the chocolate factory. And right here we have the Dubai chocolate. As you can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. And the smell, oh my goodness. The name of the brand under this establishment for the chocolate is called Kado. You can tell these guys mean serious business. Okay, moment of truth. Let's do some taste tests of this masterpiece. What I can say about this is that they use premium cocoa. I've eaten so many types of chocolates around the world, but this definitely is on top of the list. They have up to 90 types of bonbons right here in this factory. This is the chocolate and orange bonbon. The orange cream just busts all over your taste buds the moment you taste it. And this is the raspberry and pistachio bonbon right here. This one is killing me. You can see how perfectly layered the bonbon is. First we have the chocolate, which envelopes the entire bonbon. Then we have the pistachio, and then in the middle we have the raspberry. Brilliant. I think this is my favorite so far, just because of the pistachio. The pistachio give it that extra plus. I'm not making chocolates today. That seems like a whole different shift. But here's the thing, I want to come back. I want to make chocolates from the scratch, from the nibs to the bar, tempering, molding, all of it. If you want to see that video of me making chocolate in this factory, comment chocolate below. But that's for another day. Right now, I have ice cream to make and I need to get back to work. Downstairs, this is where the magic happens, and by magic I mean frozen dairy. Today I'm making two flavors. The first is the caramel ice cream, classic yet dangerous. Second is the pistachio ice cream with caramelized pistachios. This is a new flavor for the factory, which will be served to the customers. No pressure. One has a white base, that's for the pistachio. The other has a yellow base, that's for the caramel. My job is to add the flavors, measure them, and run them through the machines. The pistachio paste is made from real pistachios, ground in a butter. It's expensive. These are the caramelized pistachios. They add crunch, texture. Without them, the ice cream is just sweet, but with them, it's an experience. And who wouldn't love the experience? 20 minutes for the machine to do its job. While it works, I start the caramel ice cream. The caramel sauce is made in-house. It's softer, richer, and of course, more dangerous to taste. Two machines, two flavors, 20 minutes. Okay, this looks like the best pistachio ice cream ever. And I'm not just saying this because I made it. I mean, take a look at this. It looks really incredible, doesn't it? The caramel one looks like a cream of happiness. I'm very sure this is going to sell out. So I have with me the ice cream that we made today. Right here in my hands are the caramel ice cream and the new flavor added to the factory today, which is the pistachio ice cream itself with caramelized pistachio. We call it the pistachio grillage.
Pistachio grillage. It's a plus extra crispiness.
And now for the moment of truth, time to taste what we actually made.
That's the caramel.
It's a classic. I mean, this is the excitement about doing videos like this. We get to make it, and of course we get to eat it. Yes. And it's so fulfilling and so satisfying to see how these things are being made. Up next, we have the new flavor, the pistachio and pistachio grillage.
Big bite.
It's very nutty because of the pistachios, of course. It's smooth and crunchy at the same time. That's the beauty about this. It gives you that very crunchy experience with every bite you take.
Here in Gyula, we like to make this kind of gelatos, smooth and crispy at the same time, like stracciatella, grillage, pistachio grillage.
After a while of taking smooth ice cream, it gets boring, right?
Yes.
And by adding a whole different texture to the ice cream, it gives you a whole different experience than what you're used to. Kind of like taking you out of your comfort zone, giving you a whole different satisfying experience. Two ice creams made, one new flavor for the factory. My arms are cold, my face is tired, but I did it. Rolly, in his wise words, says to me, that's the job. Wanting to quit, but not quitting. Before I completed my shifts, the team had a surprise for me. Little did I know they had a cake being baked and being decorated in honor of Micah's menu. And this gesture absolutely touched my heart, I must say. And I'm super excited because I'm going to take the cake home and eat it with so much gratitude. Thanks a lot for this kind gesture. Case Movesh Cukrozda. Now it's time to go to the legendary Saz Ivesh Cukrozda. This time around is not to work, it's to see what the factory has made and how it's been offered to customers. And of course, I'm also curious to see if my work actually made it to the shop. Wow, look at this. The dobosh cake I actually made is being offered and sold to customers right here in a 180-year-old pastry shop. I made this. I feel so proud right now. I mean, seeing the dobosh cake that I made being displayed in the Saz Ivesh Cukrozda. And I'm really excited about this. That's fulfilling, if you ask me. Now I ordered the famous DCJ cake. That's the one I want to try in this pastry shop. That's the one everyone talks about. What I have with me right now is the DCJ cake. We call this the DTJ torta. This cake is a very special cake because last year this cake won the National Cake of the Year. Every year in Hungary we have this competition where pastry chefs come together and they fight to produce a cake that is chosen as the National Cake of Hungary. And this cake that I'm holding right now was the chosen one last year. Laszlo Balo and Kis Roland were the ones that came about this beautiful cake. Dobos si József. That's what it means. DTJ. So this cake is quite different from the Dobos in the sense that it's made of the sour cherry and also cherry palinka. Having palinka in a cake, I'm really curious and I'm really excited to try this one. Wow, it's moment of truth. It's balanced, it's sour and it's sweet at the same time. I've never had this in a cake before. No wonder this cake won the National Cake of 2025. I'm absolutely loving this cake. Okay, I get it now. This is why the factory exists. These bites right here. In my head, there is a fight between the original Dobos cake and this one. But each of them are special in their own way. This is just my own words. This cake is the modern remake of the original Dobos cake. Now the Dobos cake, you can't eat it in a clean way because the moment you sink your fork into it, it shatters, right? It breaks apart. But this one has a solid foundation. One of the reasons for this is because the caramelized part of the Dobos is set at the bottom, so it holds the cake together. That's absolutely brilliant. They got the top of the Dobos and they use it as a foundation to make this stand together. This clearly shows that you can take something that is already created, you can put in your own brilliant ideas into it, and you can come about with something special and something that is truly loved. And that's what we have right here, the DCJ cake. I'm absolutely loving this. Sas Éves Cukrászda is not just a cafe, it's a museum. Now I mean what I'm saying. A living museum where you can eat the exhibits. Every cake in this case comes from the factory where I just spent a full day. Now most people will never know how much goes into every single bite. And that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. The magic is supposed to hide the labor that goes into it. But now you know, thousands of pastries, caramelized top for a whole cake, 2 large portions of ice cream flavors, 1 tired face, 2 tired arms, and a YouTuber who feels fulfilled. Here's what I've learned. Factory baking is not glamorous. It's not a reality show. It's repetition. It's speed. It's also about pride. When I saw that caramelized top on the cake in Sas Éves, I felt something. I made that with my hands, with fire, with fear, and with grit. The Schweiz Rollo, Dobos, raspberries, pogacsa, the caramel ice cream, pistachio ice cream. I did all of that, and I did not quit. If you want to see me come back and make chocolate from scratch, comment the word chocolate right now. I'm serious. I will do it. I would go through the hard work just to make something special for you. And if you made it this far, you survived the shift with me, you deserve a pogacsa or at least a subscribe button. Come on, don't be shy. But first, I need to vacuum the cheese that's in my shoes. Now don't you dare ask me how they got there.